Jacksonville, Florida. Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two. And when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before, what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will put total leather to crank us up. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the tight end, making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Gators can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. And some room to work. There he goes. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Gator. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one.
There he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. bring it out. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw. It's Barron. Grab near the marker. It's Kramer. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Defense wants to bring the heat. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But, man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history.
Trying to beat the D deep. He's got him on the right side. Great job by the receiver to get the foot down.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
From the gun, running back on the move. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up.
Breaks into the open. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. The RPO, it's complete. Across the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Quick release by the QB. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets it to the back. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. First down and 5 after the penalty. Looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Quick spin on the run. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
Got his man. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on first and goal. Let's see what Georgia will do. The snap sets up the throw. Takes the easy one to the back. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Getting set for the point after.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cook. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking to throw, it's Barrett. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Forced out of the pocket. On target. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's on target and complete. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Back to pass, it's Barrett. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
A run for the quarterback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they'll spread receivers all over the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Florida!
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. Called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. They'll give it to the back. Creates a little room. Turning it on. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Got his man on the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Swings it out to his running back. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to slam in. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass. It's Barrett. Complete to the left. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Under fire. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
And your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Barrett. Trying to set up the screen. At the 20, he's got space. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Cook. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after 2.
Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch down the right side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Wants to throw again. Looking to buy time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pressure coming. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Looking deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He'll work his way down to the 28. They'll immediately call timeout. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they got it 1st and 10 from the unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Cook. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Barrett. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. He makes the catch. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. These corners going to give them some space. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to fire deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this out.
That should be the final play of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
To the air, it's Barrett. Still looking, on the move. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes.
Oh, he's got some space. Seizing an open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. And the Dogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Leaves it with the running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. You saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Splits the uprights. It's good. And now the lead's extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 7 over Duke. Any major changes in this ACC state?
Touchdown, Florida! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little... There he goes!
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now they'll try the right side. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
But It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All the
Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Going for the goal line. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played, when the program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cook. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Barron. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Barron. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something late.
Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Holds it in. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun. Touchdown, Dogs! And the route is on. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's low. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the offense. Back to throw, it's Barron. Got him downfield. Got room at the 35. It's a seam wide open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in '07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you look.
Touchdown, Florida! Once he got some room, it was over. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know the guy's got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department.
He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll try the run. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it! Touchdown Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Looking to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Makes the grab. Finds a crease at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gator! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And as the ball bounces out of bounds, no dice on the onside kick attempt. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll run the screen. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Right down the middle. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Moves away as he feels pressure. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in bounds.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Looking to throw, it's Barrett. Here's a heat. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds a tight end down the gut. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Towards the middle. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Barrett. Snagged that ball in the end zone, but couldn't keep the foot in bounds along that left sideline. It's incomplete.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He wants to throw it again. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Running into the open space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10.
make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Heck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
From the gun, looking for a man. Buys a little extra time. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He lost one down the sideline. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to throw, it's Barron. He'll take another shot here. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He breaks a tackle. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Creates a little space. There he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Just when they're looking run, now up top. On the run, fires downfield. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So now on comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game.